What's going on, guys? AC Ziemba 326, Andrew Ziemba, right here with you, okay, for your official Hell in a Cell 2015 review, held live at the Staples Center, okay, this past Sunday. Overall, in my opinion, Hell in a Cell, it was a pretty good show. It was a pretty good show. Not a big fan of these pay-per-views, though, when you have a lot of gimmick when you have a lot of gimmick pay-per-views. For example, you have the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Not really a big fan of that. It's a good match, it's a good gimmick match, but not to have its whole pay-per-view, because it takes away from the actual stipulation. Same thing with Hell in a Cell, same thing with TLC, okay? But I love Hell in a Cell matches. Just love the brutality of it. Love the selling of it, although it has, obviously, with the PG era, has been watered down in recent years. Going back to the first ever Hell in a Cell, what my personal favorite Hell in a Cell, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, 1997, okay, when Kane debuted. All the way from Mankind Undertaker to Undertaker Brock Lesnar 2002, to Cactus Jack Triple H 2000, going all the way to Undertaker Brock Lesnar 2015. Okay, Hell in a Cell matches are meant to be gory. They are meant to look dangerous. That's why a little color here and there, ladies and gentlemen, goes a long way. A little color goes a long way. Red equals green, okay? Red blood equals green money. That's why this pay-per-view match, Hell in a Cell, Lesnar, Taker, the third and final chapter of this storied rivalry, will end in a Hell in a Cell. So let's start with the meat and potatoes. Let's start from the top and then let's go down. Okay, we're going to talk about a few matches, the most important ones in particular. I'm not going to talk about really the matches that I really don't give a shit about. The Divas match was good. Okay, I'm not really going to talk about the tag team match between the New Day and the Dudley Boyz. Okay, we're going to talk about the meat and potatoes and work our way down, to your appetizers. We're going to start with the main course. Main course, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, like I said, third and final chapter, inside Hell in a Cell. Okay, with these two veterans, Undertaker, the most respected guy in the business, 25 years, they're actually even celebrating and commemorating his name on Survivor Series this coming November. Okay, that just shows you how respected he is, and well-deserved. One of my favorites of all time. And then Brock Lesnar. He's a fucking beast. You just signed him to a fucking 3-year contract. He's worth whatever something million, okay? So these two can get away with more actions that kind of borderline PG than just, say, a Cesaro and Kevin Owens would inside a Hell in a Cell. Or a Bray Wyatt Roman Reigns. Like I said, more color goes a long way. We got everything in this match, man. We got everything that fucking went past the PG era. The image that I got from this match, or like the message, which just said, fuck the PG era. Fuck the PG era. It's fucking great. Just from the start of this match, they're on the outside. Undertaker smashing Brock Lesnar into the ring post. Okay? Instantly. Whether it's a blade job or he just legitimately got busted open the hard way, Lesnar was already fucking bleeding. And he wasn't just bleeding a little bit. At WrestleMania 31, he bled against Roman Reigns in the same spot against the ring post. It was a good amount of blood, but this one brought me a lot of nostalgia. This one brought me back to when I first started watching wrestling, about 2005, 2006. This one really brought me back when I first started watching wrestling. To quote JR, he was bleeding like a stuck pig. Had a full face of blood. I love seeing that man because it happens so rare in the WWE that once in a while when you sit, you're like, oh, holy shit. It creates that huge X factor in the match. And it really puts the Cell over. It really shows how dangerous it is, even though he got hit with the ring post. Just brutality here and there. Smashing Taker into the Cell. Taker doing a snap suplex on the floor on the outside. Taker's looking good for his age. He's performed, 3 times this year? Yeah. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell. He's going to perform at the Survivor Series traditional match, 4 times this year for a man 50 who's 50. That's pretty damn good. He looks old in the ring, But it's just that nostalgia factor. You just love seeing Taker, Mark Calloway in there. You love seeing it. And then, first of all, we saw Lesnar's face full of blood. That was one thing that borderline the PG or just crossed the line, which I love. The second one, whether it was protected or not, we got a fucking headshot. Headshot with a chair. Now, I'm not condoning headshots. I'm glad they took away chair shots to the head with all these fucking concussion issues. Very dangerous. I'm glad they took that away. But like I said, since it's not used at all anymore, when you see it for the first time in a long time, it creates that factor. It adds that extra level to the match. So, protect the chair shot to the head by Brock Lesnar. He's probably going to get fined for that. We'll see. Both of them probably get fined. A nasty shot. It looks like it caught him right in the chin. The chair shot smacked him right in the face. The chair shot smacked Taker in the face. That was pretty brutal. Fucking, I love seeing that. During the match, we had this beast mode Brock Lesnar. Looked like he was fucking the UFC in the beginning of the match, circling the cage, and then when he pounded out, beast mode out of that Hell's Gate. That was fucking great. I love seeing that, man. Just really embarrassing. Oh, manhandling the dead man. That was well booked. I like that. Good booking right there when you had Brock Lesnar rip open the canvas, rip open the matting, take off the padding to expose that wood underneath the ring. That added an extra level of brutality to the match. I love that. And then you have Taker choke slamming Brock Lesnar onto the wood. I don't know. That looked like it hurt. That looked like it fucking hurt. 1-2. There's a kick out. Taker then gets a tombstone on Brock Lesnar. 1-2 on the exposed wood. 1-2. There's a kick out. Okay. And then Brock Lesnar hit one F5 in the match. Taker kicked out. And we've seen in this rivalry that started all the way back at Battleground when you saw Taker give a low blow to Brock Lesnar. That really established him, whether he's like a jaded heel or not, it established him as a legitimate heel. But he's so well respected. We're so rarely used to seeing Undertaker in that type of role for so many years. You still cheer him. You still cheer him. Okay? But make no mistake about it. I said it in my past videos. Undertaker is the heel in this feud right now. So, Undertaker gives a low blow. Okay? SummerSlam. Undertaker gives a low blow to get that cheap victory. Okay? Then he had the Hell's Gate on him, which Brock Lesnar, we know, passed out. So now, okay, as a typical heel feud goes, after the heel used all these dirty tactics throughout the whole feud, the babyface finally gets the payoff. Okay, finally gets that revenge. So while Undertaker was going for, presumably, another tombstone, Brock Lesnar, a low blow to The Undertaker. Okay, it created that moment for the babyface that you're like saying, yes, finally Undertaker got what he deserved. Okay, a huge pop from the crowd. Taker, he's down, folding his fucking balls. Oh, fuck. Taker, he is finished. Brock Lesnar goes for the S5 on the exposed wood. 1, 2, 3. That closes out this feud. That closes out the third and final chapter of this historic rivalry. Personally, this match really rivaled their Hell in a Cell match back in 2002 at No Mercy. It really rivaled it. I didn't think it was as good, but very close to it. That match really put Brock Lesnar up the upper echelon of top stars in the WWE. Taker was bleeding like fucking crazy. And he was bleeding too in this match, but not as much. But both Hell in a Cell matches were fucking great. At the end of the match, the cell rises. You see Lesnar walk away to the back staging area with the victory. He's trying to hold himself up with the fucking ropes. You see JBL, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler standing up clapping for him. You see the whole fucking Staples Center, the crowd saying, thank you, Taker. Okay, like I said, respected. Well deserved. So he's standing there, still trying to get his bearings together, still trying to get his wits about him. When you hear Bray Wyatt's music hit. The Fireflies, the darkness, the whole Wyatt family. The whole 9 yards. Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan. They're all walking down to the ring, and they attack The Undertaker. I loved how this night ended, okay? It was, excuse me, great booking. Great booking. They went down to the ring, they attacked The Undertaker. You had JBL on commentary selling the fact that Undertaker paved the way for these four, and I quote, hairy bastards. He paved the way for him, and this is how they're treating him. Great selling by JBL on commentary. So even though he is a heel commentator, came off as a babyface. They carried away the dead man down the darkened rampway. You had Eric Rowan and Luke Harper carrying him by the shoulders. Big Braun Strowman carrying him by the legs. It was a really cool sight. It was a cool sight to see. It was chilling. You just see a broken Undertaker lying on the shoulders and arms of the Wyatt family. They took him to the back, and presumably that's what we're gonna have. 8-man traditional Survivor Series elimination match. The Wyatt family versus The Undertaker and 3 other men. Okay, I'm not too sure who they're right now. I'll read the dirt sheets, but that's what we have set for right now. And it gives you the idea that, considering Bray Wyatt lost earlier this year at WrestleMania to The Undertaker, he wants some sort of revenge. Since he's the new face of fear, he wants maybe to get rid of The Undertaker permanently. Him and his family want to mold Undertaker into the vision that he thinks he should be. Who knows? The thoughts are endless. All I know, great way to end the show. Makes you tune in to Monday Night Raw the next night to see how Bray Wyatt responds, if Undertaker will show up at all, in any sort of capacity. Great match between those two. Very fucking brutal. And then a great way to end the show. Now, the match that we have, the other matches that made this Hell in a Cell whole pay-per-view pretty decent. Okay, pretty decent. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt in their Hell in a Cell. Obviously, excuse me, like I said, they don't have the luxuries of, kind of borderline that PG. They worked with what they got. It was brutal. Okay? A lot of table spots. You had Bray Wyatt chokeslamming Roman Reigns on the outside through the table. You have Roman Reigns spearing Bray Wyatt on the outside from the apron through the table. Looked like Bray Wyatt fucked his neck up there. You have the chair wedged into the cell. Bray Wyatt running into the chair. You saw a little cut on the top of his head. I like that spot. You have Bray Wyatt running right into 2 kendo sticks wedged in the corner on the turnbuckle. He ran to that. That was a good spot. Bray Wyatt is a great worker. He carried not only to carry this match, but Roman Reigns held his own. He brought the best out of Roman Reigns in this entire feud. This whole feud with Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns elevated Roman Reigns to a really top star. When I first earlier this year before WrestleMania 31, when he had that feud with Daniel Bryan, when he faced him at Fastlane, I wanted Daniel Bryan to win. I wanted him to be the man to face Brock Lesnar, because personally, I didn't feel Roman Reigns was ready to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Okay, lately, slowly but surely, pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view, match after match after match. He had that I think it was a last man standing match a few weeks ago in Raw against Bray Wyatt. Okay, he is getting better. Slowly but surely, on the mic he's getting better, and in the ring he's getting better. Okay? He's proving that he is reliable to the WWE. So, Roman Reigns is a top star. Roman Reigns is a top star right now, and he is showing that he is ready to take full reigns, no pun intended, of the WWE. He is showing that he is able, okay, to carry the company on his back. So, we'll see how far this takes him. Great match inside Hell in a Cell. It was actually pretty good booking when, on the outside, you think Roman Reigns is done. Okay, spear at the end to finish off. I think it was a spear to finish off Bray Wyatt. It was a great match. Great, brutal Hell in a Cell match inside. 2 great Hell in a Cell matches. I gotta give it to the WWE. 2 great Hell in a Cell matches. Really good. And by the way, if you saw me waving my hand, that was just one of my family members. I don't want to have to restart this video. So I'm just saying, get the fuck out of here, alright? Anyway. What else we got? To start the pay-per-view off, we have John Cena and Alberto Del Rio. Okay, if you guys, I don't know why you would, if you're living under a rock, if you don't know the story of Alberto Del Rio, last year he was fired by the WWE because some racist remarks were made by a social media coordinator in the WWE towards Alberto Del Rio. ADR got in his face and said, "Yeah, how about you say that again right to my face, asshole?" Huh? He said it again, slapped him right in the face, and ADR, he was fired. Okay, but we've read reports about Alberto Del Rio, Paul Levesque, and Triple H saying, just lay low for a while. Let the heat die down, and we'll bring it back. Okay, he went to AAA, a Mexican wrestling company. Johnny Mundo's there, which is John Morrison, Johnny Nitro. Rey Mysterio went there for a few months. He went to that corporation, okay, and he's come back. There's been reports about Alberto Del Rio possibly making a return, but personally, I didn't expect it. I didn't really expect it coming into the night at Hell in a Cell, so it was a pretty big shock for me when I heard his name. Whether you're a fan of Alberto Del Rio or not, he is a really good in-ring worker. He is a really good wrestler. Anytime you have him in a match, he puts on a show. He is a really good wrestler. However, this match with John Cena, it was short, it was kind of sloppy. To me, it was a flop. If you want to have John Cena leave, because we all know the story, he's leaving for a few months, apparently for personal reasons. He's going to film a movie. He'll be out for a few months or a month or whatever. But he had to leave, giving up the United States Championship. Okay, there's certain ways to leave John Cena, having him make a big impact on a star to make him a success. You could have had him face Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler turn heel. You have some sort of John Cena is kind of injured, and then you see Dolph Ziggler taking advantage of it, like a chair shot or whatever behind the referee's back. He turns heel, takes the United States Championship. That elevates Dolph Ziggler to another level. You could have had that. But they chose a shock return, the shock factor with ADR. It was not really a good match. He ends up winning with a backstabber, and he gets a kick right to John Cena's mush. Although you rarely see John Cena lose clean, so it was pretty nice to see John Cena get pinned, his shoulders on the mat with no interference at all. That was nice to see. But it was also kind of odd for Zeb Coulter to be out there with them, because Zeb Coulter kind of resembles the man that kind of said those remarks, shares those same viewpoints as a social media coordinator that attacked. The fuck is texting me? Fuck out of here. That made remarks towards Alberto Del Rio. So it's kind of odd. Maybe it's a sign of respect towards Del Rio, almost like apology to have Zeb Coulter kind of respect someone who is not of American descent, someone who is Latino, who is Mexican. Okay, maybe a sign of respect, or like I said, an apology. Nonetheless, Del Rio, first time in his career, is your United States champion. What else do we have? We have the tag team match, Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley facing off against Big E Langston and Kofi Kingston. Even though it is kind of annoying to have Xavier Woods out by ringside, just hooting and hollering, not letting the commentators get a word in commentary-wise. But you can tell, they were missing him. The three of them, you need those three in the mix, that create the genius that is the New Day every week. Because I like the New Day, personally. I like the New Day. It looks like they're having fun in their role. They're great heels. They really make you want to hate them. But Xavier Woods is missing. He is one of the key parts, one of the key ingredients that you put in, okay? It was an okay match. What else can you say about it? It was an okay match. These two have wrestled, was like 3 straight now. They wrestled at Not Champions. They wrestled at Madison Square Garden, that whole Brock Lesnar thing. And they wrestled now once again for a 3rd time at Hell in a Cell. You gotta believe there's some possible payoff in the end for Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley, the Dudley Boyz to win their 10th tag team championship. You gotta believe it's gonna happen. Maybe a TLC down the line, and their famous TLC match. You gotta believe that's gonna happen, but I was expecting a possible win tonight, or yesterday, really 2 nights ago, for a possible payoff for the Dudley Boyz. It didn't happen. Kind of a screwy finish. Almost like a la Eddie Guerrero, Viva la Raza, when he tries to get the other man disqualified with the referee's back is turned. So here's the situation. Kofi Kingston, he has the trombone, the famous trombone, tosses it to Bubba Ray Dudley. Kofi Kingston falls down, selling the fact that Bubba Ray cracked him over the head with the trombone. He's on the ground like that. The referee turns his back, sees the whole thing's unfold. He doesn't know what happened, but he can put two and two together to see that Bubba Ray actually attacked Kofi Kingston with an illegal weapon. He's about to ring the bell, but he doesn't. He says he didn't see it, so he's not going to call it. He's going to let the match go on. In the end, they get a fresh trombone after Bubba Ray breaks it over his knee. Langston hits Bubba Ray. Devon clotheslines him out of the ring. Kofi Kingston hits the Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. The New Day is still your tag team champions. They are great tag team champions. And we'll see if this feud continues. Who knows? This is getting a little stale for me. I don't want to see another match at Survivor Series. Let them have a new contenders and then have like a 3-way tag team match at TLC setting up. Who knows? Maybe the Hardy Boys will return for that. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? All I know is the match was not that good. And what else we got? Those are really the main matches that happened at Hell in a Cell. We have the Divas match. It was an okay match. Not as good as their match at Night of Champions. Charlotte retains. A really nasty Alabama slam on the apron. That was nasty. You see the whiplash of Charlotte. You think I thought it was over, to be honest with you. But Nikki Bella going for the rack attack. A nice counter by Charlotte. Rolls her up. Excuse me. Gets the figure 8 on her. Nikki Bella, that is. And makes her tap out. And she is, once again, she retained your Divas Championship. So overall, pretty decent night. Okay, the matches that they put together, decent night. Kevin Owens, right back. That was okay. That was a decent match. I got to give it a solid 7 out of 10. It was a really well put together show. I enjoyed it. You guys tell me if you want to see a Monday Night Raw review. I'll see if I can do that for you guys. I'll see if I can find more stories. I've seen some pretty interesting stories as of late, if you guys want to see more videos on that. But just stay tuned, okay? If you like my style of commentating, of reviewing the WWE, you already know what to do, okay? Share that. We gotta get this name out there. Share this fucking video, okay? If you're new to this channel, if you just clicked on my video to see what it was all about, if you like what you see, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, okay, guys? I appreciate it. You listen to my voice, and trust me, I'll have a few more videos for you upcoming this week. Okay, right now, what time is it? 8:24. I'm missing the fucking World Series. Go Mets, all right? I'll see you guys later. Peace out.